好，那昨天呢，我有稍微录了一下中间的过渡章，好，所以现在就是我们中间有聚到一次那个神域教团的人，那现在就是逃离之后要准备前往下一个岛，我不知道是不是就是最后一个岛啊，有可能也是真的就最后一个岛啊，反正就是不会再回去原本的那个欢乐岛，所以那时候存档有存2个。那我们现在就是昨天结束的时候，我有稍微把装备换了一下，那现在应该是目前可以跟他买到最还算不错的装备了。啊，可是常常去做这种事，就是前面刚买好，然后结果下船之后到第一个商店点，就有比刚才买的更好的东西，每次都这样子。没关系，不担心，绝对不会的。会的话我就要呕死，我刚花超多钱买那个。诶，加油士怎么突然喷出来了？你要去哪里？你要去哪里？哎，加油士，加油士，哎，不能对话。奎塔因也跑下来了。塔奎因啊，还是塔奎因，不叫奎塔因。二岛我就没有很认真探过，所以走都是瞎走瞎晃。血灵化的东西好像吃了会有点被中毒。哎呀，臭！你还好吧？鲨鱼。
A dying shark lies gasping on the sand, bleeding from the mouth and gills. It turns its dark and soulless eyes to you. Its bloody gills open in search of water, but find only air. It gasps in the air, struggling for the breath to speak. Its own blood froths at its mouth.
No, die here. Monsters in the water. Monsters in the deep. Monsters bigger. More.
It summons the energy to snap at you, thrashing.
No, die here. Monsters in the water. Monsters in the innocent. Did nothing wrong.
The shark lays there, gasping quietly in the sunshine. Blood bubbles at its mouth. You leave it to die and turn away.
还活着啊。
It lays there gasping, dying, drowning in the sunshine and its own blood.
然后就这样放着了，救不了他了。还是用那个降维术可以救他。哎呀，这整个路边都是毒诶，超夸张的，鱼都不能吃了吧？先靠边边好，先把边边探一圈看看。啊，这里有那个有战斗。
Voidwoken had someone in its claws.
回去，我的那个。哎呦，不错哎，第一下就给他打出麻痹了，而且他们都没有护甲，直接炸。还有吗？没了，2格。哎呀，旁边还有，想说一次就可以搞定我说。他这个真的很难对，我昨天在船上就发现，他这每次都会在很奇怪的地方弹到手足。你看，怎么可能受阻？啊，我懂，因为它不是抛物线。 我想玩这个，这是新的。哦，好，散射，所以用不到，打它就好。先让他走过来，碰碰。他没有护甲，所以直接就魅惑了。哇，炸，好痛！把这边弄干，然后我记得这个里面通常都不会有什么可以拿，就是本源那样子，可以拿本源而已。对吗？就是本源啊，应该是优质的啊，不错。还有一滩那个，一滩可以吸的东西。死区平民。看起来都已经开了，可是其实我刚才旁边什么都没看过，还是得跑过来看一下。塔肉，来这里吧。诶，旁边有人的那个标记，这里来这里看一下。诶，有个小孩子诶。
That doesn't sound promising, does it?
Makes my bones itch.
The little boy lobs a stone across the river. It makes a long arc before plunging into the water below.
Oh, Ma! Are you alright?
A screech like metal dragging on stone grinds from across the river.
You have to help her, please. You can't see her. She's in the house, and those things are all around. Void things. There was a fight. Some dwarves attacked some magisters, and there were sorcerers too. And then the bugs came. Those void things. They killed everyone. And my mom got them to chase her, and she went across the bridge, and then she raised the bridge, and I'm not trying to stop them. Just distract them. When they finish whatever they're eating over there, I don't want them to start looking for Ma. She's in our house, but I bet that won't keep them out. If those things get to Ma, they can get to me too. Are you going to help me? It isn't. Ma's in our house across the river. All you need's a way across. Ma lifted the bridge, but there's got to be another way, right? There's got to be a way.
His gaze shoots to the ground. He grabs a small flat...
I'll keep distracting him. No way. Ma...
He performs a divine...
Now go out, Ma. Looky here, Bugs.
能不能把这个线打断？哦，这个不怎么好，说要找到方法绕过去。我是从哪儿呢？看起来是从这。哎，这个地图超大的样子，你看，超级大。飞人的任务在这里。感觉这边整个都是他的任务点，好大，我不知道怎么去啊。我俩先去打这边。哇，这边又有尖啸傀儡，麦挠啊！我这次没有龙龙帮我嘞。 吧。
Looky here, Bugs.
你，
Oh,
好，打不到，所以不用想了，我们得用绕的。我感觉跟那个上古一样，有一个任务是要打掉，就是某个地方的某个机关，这样就可以开门。想太多。我是不是又绕回来？这是哪呀？哦，我绕回来了。啊，这个是下船的地方，所以我应该往这个方向走。这边有传送节点，继续往上。这样好像可以过，看起来那个颜色不行哦，不行，它只是放给你看的。咦，这边过不去哦，我要继续往这个方向走。好，需要绕过它，往前面继续走，是这样的。哦，没有，这边要转。我在这里。
Magister caravan. I remember one just like this picking me up. Could have been a shipment to Fort Joy. What happened here?
你看，已经开始要拿那个啊，可是对那个没什么用。手臂，为什么是他的？好啦，来啦，吃东西啦。
You remember a cold childhood in a no-hope fishing town, bullied mercilessly by a dwarf named Lohar. With no other prospects, you sign up as a magister, eager for the power denied you all your life.
那下一个。
You twist your head around as the magisters haul you away. Your wife and two boys stand in the doorway, helpless. You commit their faces to memory one last time. Wendy cries out something to you. You tell yourself it was, I love you, or we'll wait for you. But the truth is, you didn't catch it. The farm recedes from view behind you.
惨啊！
From the dark, you stare up at the thin slivers of light visible between the floorboards. Shadows ripple across the slivers, accompanied by heavy footsteps, magister footsteps. Wood creaks above your head. One of them has paused. Your breath catches in your throat as you wait for him to move along. But the hatch is suddenly yanked open. Light floods you, blinding and accusatory. You hear only one gruffly barked word before the hands seize you. Gotcha! Work, work, work. That's all there was in Driftwood for a dwarf like you. Until you got involved in the anti-magister resistance. Then, the work was still there, but also purpose. Purpose worth dying for.
好，最后一个是工具人的意思吗？哦，这个应该是力量，给他吃力量。哦，还好，没有浪费我的钱。哦，
true. Can't be true.
Eloisa was the prettiest girl, not to others, but to you. Her luminous eyes shone brighter than the moon. The day you collared her for Fort Joy, you wept every tear you had. You never cried again.
No, it's not true. Can't be true.
Warm red wine flows down your throat. The languor of a tavern evening soothes you. Suddenly, shrieks rend the night. The Magisters have come. Warm red blood flows down your face.
Not real. Not happening.
完全不像管旁边那个人。
Magisters in the far north, you were forced marched to this foreign land. A moment of hope as you stride past the chained sorcerers and climb onto the caravan without. He offers only a bleary-eyed stare of disinterest in return. Before, after all, don't they know they're going to be saved?
Not real. Not happening.
White as driftwood salt, the dwarf flinches at your approach, yet she holds a short...
Back! Get back! I'll kill you, just like the rest of them.
She slumps, all bravado draining from her.
No. I've never seen anything like those beasts before. Are they gone? Those? Yes. Worst ones I've ever seen. Ripped through the Magisters. The dwarves. Dead. And the sorcerers. Gone.
Her eyes stare vacantly into the distance.
I don't know. Oh, Duna's beard. Lohar. My boss Lohar will want to know what happened to them, but I can't remember. Helping sorcerers. We thought we could help them against the Magisters, but... No, I don't know. I don't...
She flinches at the slightest...
哦，15。9、7、11。不应该买武器的，武器浪费了。啊，继续往前。好，那小孩子会找一凡讲话。
A scruffy kid bounds up and stands before you, hands on hip.
You Ben Mez? Yep, that's just what he said you'd say, Ifan. Righto, got a message for you. Chap called Baron Laveri wants to see you. Black Bull Tavern, first floor.
The kid shoves his hands.
鸡，我记得好像就跟这一只母鸡讲话有用。
I saw. They were stolen. The babies, the eggs, something big as a cow, big as a ham. If I showed you, you could bring the map. Show me your map.
In a flurry of feathers, she leaps up and picks a small hole in your map.
That's where they are. I went after my babies. I saw where they went, but they've changed so much. Bring them back. Ah!
好像在这里吧，被虚空异兽拿走了。直接 LE 砸下去。
There's one unaffected egg behind them. Perhaps there's still a chance.
然后再一个 LE 下去。
A
他居然打的是不怕毒的，上啦！easy。哎呀，你不知道你饿什么啊？你不是不怕毒吗？啊，他又在饿这个，酸死！哎呀，下点雨啊！哎，浪费。记得这里有一颗蛋吧，在后面。皮普，它叫皮普。完蛋了，常不小心把它吃了来着。哎呀，把它捡起来。
There you are, little egg.
然后再回来找他吗？鸡吗？
Baby's gone! Stolen egg! Stolen and gone! Help! 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 Ah! Transform! Not
She leaps up and grabs the egg with her foot. Kick.
shh!
She cocks a black eye.
Thank you. I have something for you. Something unless.
在这里。
I've spotted something.
掉出来的东西。好，这边结束了。接下来就是进村。
Get yourself in check, boy. I won't have you running off like Millicent and Tully. You'll just end up sliding down some Voidvoken's gross gullet piece by piece.
The older-looking Magister notices your presence. He wipes his grubby hands downward across his greaves, as if to wipe away the grime, but instead smears more dirt onto them.
Port Elf, what word do you bring?
His face goes pale, and his eyes open wide. The Magister that greeted you remains stiff, as if enduring a harsh wind.
The Voidwoken come.
Hush, Fader. You may pass, traveller. Dare say you'll be aching to leave before long anyway. But before you do, find Raymond, the White Magister. He'll want to know what you've seen. Be quick, mind. He's set to sail any moment.
He nods his head in the direction of the bridge, but offers no other instructions.
As long as you stay put, you'll be safe.
Are you sure?
就是来到这个浮木镇吧，印象中。对，浮木镇。等一下存档。好，继续往前走。然后这就是那个
Last time I was here, I summoned my wolf right in the tavern. All
DLC.
hell broke loose. Good times. Good times.
这边很多的商人这样子，然后什么东西都不能拿，只能用买的。这是技能书。 我想买这个，看有没有玩到技能书。
My word, but you do look yourself. Have at it. Got yourself situated.
我要的是，神社跟什么我都忘记了，先把东西卖一卖好了。
Smells worse over here than a dozen rotten eggs dropped in a vat of vinegar.
Don't come over. Not like you're buying anything.
给我钱。
Visit your tongue. Who will?
Wouldn't you like to know?
你先。 再来。好，跳出去，看一下我的要的是什么？配方，我的那个应激传送技能区。
As the Magister's eyes alight upon you, they widen until they are practically bulging out of their sockets. One tremulous.
Ifan Ben-Mesd is our living breeze. I don't know how you got free, but it'll be back to the joy with you, and no mistake.
One eye squints, the other bulges out even further, as if to compensate.
哇，这头好大。
Oh, it's you, all right. It's definitely you.
哎呀
Your little tricks won't work on me, Ben-Mesd.
She considers your offer.
How much? So much? You have to be hot. Now, come on. Back into a cage where you belong. Your little tricks won't work on me, Ben-Mesd.
The Magister grabs the coin.
Get out of here.
还不能给太多啊。
Never forget it.
麻烦死了，只想要一个传送的技能树这么难吗？一个大气跟一个神射，好。
Mate, but what? Have at it. Got yourself situated.
填一点大气有没有？这边也是210哦。这边没有神射。
Smells worse over here than a dozen rotten eggs dropped in a vat of vinegar.
地表转换。哦，这还不错哎。超回应过瘾。
Who will?
Wouldn't you like to know?
我是缠绕是什么意思？诶，这不错。好。
I'm all right as long as I don't think about it too much.
You're safe among friends.
对吧？好运离开。然后把这个给废去法师嘛，最怕就是人家晋升。好，然后去找神圣记忆的书。这是什么？它是沉默守护者。
You needing supplies? Anything more?
没有。哦，凛冬，我要学凛冬爆炸。寒冰碎片。诶，为什么会有？吓死我！想要求我怎么学会寒？用上护甲。这是什么？ 奥数充能，哇！是摇仪式，边体守护。哎呀，没钱买那个。
I'm all right as long as I don't think about it too much.
好，趁现在，把存档。
Never forget it.
等下存档给我那个爆炸。我之前玩 Switch 版就是这里会一直跳掉。啊，为什么没有神圣记忆的那个啊？
War's a brewing, my friend, and with special prices for you while we're still fresh. War is hell, my
哦，在他这里。
but it's very good for business. Good luck to you.
啊，把东西卖一卖，看一下可不可以拼合。资产实习，我要学一个，买一个我已经学过的，然后便宜的，然后想办法卖到210。这个，这个，
Your flesh stinks of the void. What kind of rat would sell such filth?
The kind that don't fancy starving, along with the rest of this town.
好，可以了。
It's all well and good for you with your rations. We've got to take what we can get.
Keep talking, dwarf, and you let that be
去，来吧，我的应激传送技能书。我怎么不能举？
How you holding up?
看一下应激传送到底是干嘛用的？需要神色衣。哦，这个好好玩哦！可是我要神色衣，等我有神色衣的时候再说。
Many a latest, my friend. What? The Jolly Justinia, Queen of the Dwarves. Here's 20 or so noble gentlemen. No one knows what they did wrong, if anything, and she has them stripped and whipped all the way to the execution grounds. You ask me, and I say she's mad. Seven, save us. Stab, kill them all, I say. Do them like Magister Raymond did old Lady Seaver. That'll teach. I mean, they doomed us all, didn't they? The sun ain't looking too good for them lizards. Word is, don't need to tell you, of all people, them sauce-loving lizards don't stand a chance.
哦，又要死亡之物，大家都喜欢用死亡之物去轰人家，是不是？诶，这边可以拿到什么？这边居然不是公那个，居然不是公家的。
The dog lies there quietly, clearly in great pain.
What are you looking at? I'm sick here. Get lost. Got a pain in the neck. Got a bad pain in the neck.
It flinches. A low, threatening growl builds within its throat. Under the collar, you find the sharpened points of metal rivets, gouging the poor dog's skin. The dog bares its teeth at you and growls. The dog gives you a long, hard stare, but does not bite you. Yet. The dog goes to bite your hand, and then realizes the pain is gone.
Hey, I feel okay. Thanks. Think I'll wander off now. Here, before I go, what can I do to show my gratitude? Master did. Huh? Wait a minute. Master hurted me? Excuse me a minute. I'm gonna go now, but first I have a thing I need to do.
He turns to his master.
要。
You bad man, you!
哎，他居然没有咬下去。
Penny for a grieving beggar whose dog ran away. Got one on you, do you, milady? God damn it! That was my livelihood. Penny for a grieving beggar? I reckon I'm owed it here. You wouldn't do that, would you? Oh yes, you would do that, wouldn't you? I couldn't.
He gives you a cool look, then rummages.
That's your luck. Go.
哈哈哈，他把这个当做他的工作。好啦，随便呀。这好像是任务其中白色的。
Go on, you mute sacks of flesh. Put your backs into it. I'll not lose another day to the tide. The Lord Dread awaits. Its sails billow with Dallas's breath. I'll...
The Magister stops, barking orders. He sniffs the air like a predator, turns to face you, the wolf eyeing the deer.
Oh, but yours is not a stink like the one that surrounds us, spat from a dying sea. Yours is a scent that invites a question. Tell me, have you ever been strung up by the hands? Your body swinging like a bell's clapper as your bones are being broken with cast iron rods. We do cruel things unto others and unto ourselves because we must.
He licks his lips. Dry flesh turns wet.
See, I'd like to string you up too. Rack you with rods and leave you dangling over a puddle of your own blood and piss. My favourite one. I'm very good at what I do, see? I don't even need a source hound yapping at my side.
啊，这个的鼻子特别好，它不用带着狗，它也可以闻到蜜源。
There was a whiff of something in the air when you approached. A current of filth. That is to say, sauce. Best convince me I was mistaken.
He leans in closer and sniffs the air once more.
Interesting. So I was mistaken. Must have been ambition I smelt on you, not the magic that dare not speak its name. Very well. In that case, we'll forego the gallows and turn straight to the hunt. No doubt a trustee of Dallas is champing at the bit to see some action. Seems peaceful here, doesn't it? A quiet day in a quiet town. One wouldn't think these drifting woods toss on dwarf-troubled waters, but they do. Consider for a moment the dwarf. What is he? A mule? A beast of burden? But some defy that role. There are rats. I've need of a rat catcher. Of course. I must depart post.
Stay behind. But I...
Like I said, Julian is staying. And with that, I must be off. No hard feelings about the death threats, of course. How about we... How very... One last thing. The Magisters, should this happen, just wave this pink. Adieu and good. The time has come, my stitched lit lovelies.
这家伙讲话真好啊！
Manual stations.
而且那个人一直在那边努力的丢，哇，他们这样喷上船就不见了。好，继续在那边两个小孩子，跟他们讲话。Hello.
Hello, Mrs.
The little boy looks at you. He picks his nose.
You be careful. My daddy's a magister.
No, he's not. His daddy's a fisherman like most daddies round here.
They stare at you in disbelief. Then they start laughing.
You're weird. We're waiting for our friend. He went for a swim. He'll be back soon.
He went swimming all the way to Fort Happy.
Fort Joy?
That's what I said. Fort Joy. He's gonna find his mum and bring her back. That's right.
I think he's an idiot. And when he gets back, I'm going to tell him so.
捉迷藏。
The water looks a bit cold to me.
为什么？ Oh no.
Hello, lady.
The little boy beside her.
We're waiting for Joe.
这游戏的标记点其实我到现在还是搞不懂它那个标记点到底啥意思，它永远不会消失来的。
Once this was a tavern, or a hotel, or a brothel. Once this was a tavern, or a hotel, or a brothel.
伊凡是不是有新的任务？与狼群为伍，黑牛酒馆巴兰。这是黑牛，我找巴兰。巴兰。
The conclusion of a noble bloodline.
Bit you on the arse.
Who shall rise? Who gains the title?
Keep your eyes peeled. Ramos the Wanderer promised he'd be here.
恶龙。我要找一个叫巴兰的人。
Curiosity kills the cat, or gets it sent to Fort Joy. You're willing to risk Fort Joy for one night with a lizard?
咦，我记得好像有任务在这里，它这个箱子这里。
Weathered and rugged, the man sleeps soundly.
There's Beth.
Startled, he opens his eyes.
Blood and oil.
His eyes open.
The island is ruined and doesn't have a name.
Startled, he opens his eyes.
Sawdust and walls, mother.
His eyes flick wide open.
Arcs for Lucian's death.
His eyes open. Startled, he opens his eyes.
Get away from...
He goes back.
哦，很帅，可是我还是不知道他在讲什么鬼。他是一个任务，可是好像是在讲那个伊凡的任务，要去锯木厂。因为我记得我那时候接了伊凡的任务，说要去锯木厂。呀，打盹男子。这是结束的。
Curiosity kills the cat, or gets it sent to Fort Joy.
这个好像在这里，石头与死亡。
You're willing to risk Fort Joy for one night with a lizard? Then you're an idiot.
有打盹的冒险家。他要找的应该是那个去伊凡那个锯木厂，因为他说是狼跟。 哦，有啊，这个提示。然后伊凡去找他。打蓝。
As you approach the silken robe noble, Ifan does a double take and laughs in recognition. He pulls you to one side.
I know this man, and he's not at all what he seems. A moment.
Ifan bounds forward and embraces the man, all effusive greetings. As they part, talking animatedly, the man's beard slips sideways down his face. He's wearing a disguise. Ifan laughs as he straightens the beard. They chatter away for some time, using a guttural cant you struggle to understand. At one point, the man says something and looks over at you intently. Ifan waves his hand and laughs. The man hunkers down and seems to be sketching a rough map on the floor, using an apple, some playing cards, and a fistful of threads pulled up from the carpet. Ifan claps the man on the back and turns to leave.
Well, now we know the way to the sawmill. And we know Roos thinks I'm bringing you there as part of the Godwoken contract.
好，搞定。我可以放。
Doesn't this room strike you as eerie? But of course, I should hold my.
这边上去是一个任务，完全不想去过，因为他强制你要单人上去，所以我懒得弄。
From a mile away. And you can't be too careful, you know. If I can get Alexander.
嗯，好，下楼。就大概就这样子。 啊，我先看一下他那个箱子，他应该是打不开的，可是我有点忘记他到底要干嘛。这个。
The chest won't open.
Speak the word, and speak the word, the magic word. No. No. I did not. Is you no. No. Still no. I am already. I am a chest. Do not profane. This seems, yes, you an excellent.
真好玩。
The man sleeps on.
Huh?
He wakes. He settles back to sleep. He snots.
Mother, it's so...
Then goes back. The chest sits there, refusing to open.
You speak. For your safety, please.
The lock unlocks with the tiniest
过了。哎呀，把门关上，因为他是在睡觉，所以他没有警戒范围。看看里面有什么。哦，天哪！是这边东西都可以拿了，还是都没有好东西了？是。
Curiosity kills the cat, or gets it sent to Fort Joy.
这什么？哎呦，空的蜂蜜罐，这不错。好，起来。看一下我刚拿的什么？哦，学起来，学起来。哦。我觉得拿一个不错的单手就可以换成那个，它素材不错还是。好，继续。这边就没什么特别。等一下。Hello，are you okay？ 你先为你自己哭吧，这整个人卡进了那个。刚才有讲话那个精灵。
An elf in tattered red robes shifts through pages of handwritten notes.
So many suspects, so many potential culprits. I need to.
A floorboard creaks beneath.
What are you doing, elf? Trying to get a drop on me? Sneak up and. I'm no elf. Don't you call me that.
The elf glares and pulls aside his ragged red clothing. Beneath it,
you see that, elf? That's Magister flesh. Loyal flesh that's made sacrifices for a true cause. 7, preserve me. Are you in touch? My own Magister comrades are vanishing from right here in Driftwood. Whoever's behind it must be stopped. If you hear, I was removed from their ranks due to my elven blood. I'll continue to serve. 3 Magisters vanished so far, all within Driftwood. My comrades believe some tinkerer named Higba. He might be a greedy little junk peddler and a sorcerer to boot, but hardly capable of seizing. That's what I'm intent on finding out. I have to keep investigating, keep the pressure up. The culprit, you do that. Now... Come on, lives are at stake.
是在这边吗？我记得这个好像就是我刚才讲那个相关的任务，还是不是啊？我再来看一下。我应该不管他了。
Realizing there's.
What do you want, elf? You can't just come in here as you please. There's Magisters missing. I'm trying to conduct a bloody investigation. I didn't ask for your opinion, savage. I asked why you're here. Well, mind your bloody step in future. He's a deviant named Higba, a grubby little tinkerer with a criminal mind. The fiend's greed gave him away. He was peddling items that belonged to those missing from our ranks. Hardly. By all accounts, he seemed like no matter. He'll face justice either way. Well, do you know it? Stop wasting my time. Well, stop wasting. I have to stop these disappearances. My career is at stake. My inkwell is dry. Fetch me some more.
Right away.
修补匠，他说那个修补匠在哪里啊？叫什么？他这都没给提示，我再去哪里找人啊？烦死了！
What is it? Unless you know something about the disappearances, leave...
The elf shrugs listlessly.
Plenty of suspects. Plenty of maybes. Precious little progress, though. I'm still convinced...
A most vile incident. A valiant warrior against the void. Taken too early. All hope destroyed. The path thus ended. The conclusion of a noble bloodline. Who shall rise? Who gains the title most divine?
An uninterested greet.
Here for the fight? This is a tavern. People are drinking. Eventually there'll be a fight. You planning to buy me a drink and I'll think about it?
She gives you a long look.
Yeah.
Ah, finally. I'll have a bowl of the house stew, if you please. Ah, of course you are, after all I've been.
He lowers his gaze, then his lip trembles.
It's my mentor. My dear mentor. No. Now here I sit, my closest companion gone, and the waiter won't even bring me any stew. Ah, then perhaps tell me, how are you with, terrific news. My mentor, Liam, and I were hauling in. We made short work of Liam, may the gods rest his soul. Very, very well, that's how. That cog. Now, give me your map. I can't tell you how...
He fixes you with a stare. Then a smile creases his face.
Greetings, my lady. Looking to ease the...
He purses his lips. His fingers drum a pattern on his elbow.
I'm sorry. I mistook. I'm sorry. It's not a... Really, you insult me.
A smile spreads across his face. He holds out his hand.
看一下有没有人可以直接给他过。按错了啦。耶，大家角色的超级低。还有什么？这我这个，哎。
Town is poor. This room is rich.
A weathered woman in a dirty sea cap.
The bell rings a warning and the tide is on the the ship is in the locker. And yet, can you hear? I'm haunted by my crew.
She buries her head in her hand.
Make it.
Curiosity kills the cat, or gets it sent to Fort Joy.
It's a shame, it is.
An absolute shame.
You're willing to risk Fort Joy for
Oh no, can you believe it?
It ain't right.
It ain't right. Never thought I'd...
You said it, Hilga.
Perhaps I could...
You've got to pick who you can trust.
You got that right, Hilga.
Absolutely got that right. The coffers, man. The coffers, they're to be guarded.
应该是这个，可是我有点忘记这个任务要怎么做。
And you can't be too careful, you know?
What do you want, tree stock? Huh. I want another beer. Guess that makes me a sinner. Thatcher here is one of my dearest.
Thatcher grins hell up.
Our mate Boris got posted to Fort Joy for consorting with lizards. And Thatcher here still fancies a turn around the...
They look at you expectantly. Thatcher bursts out.
Get lost before I throw you in a...
Thatcher doesn't look disrespected.
Disrespecting one majesty.
She turns back to her... She tips you a wink.
Who rings the bell?
"好，那个任务我还是不知道怎么玩。你先看看。
Hold it. Papa, no.
He grins. Unpleasant.
Loha didn't tell me to let anyone of your description in. It's already mad. You again. I told you to scram once. Don't make me say it with my... You can't buy my phone. You can buy 10 seconds of me eyeballs examining the ground.
He pockets the coin and
What's this? I found something.
Mine now.
Look at that. A fresh face. Good to meet you, Governor. What's your poison then? Take all the time you need. Pleasure doing business with you, Governor.
My good lady, I see that you accompany...
Of course she'll be so kind. Speak freely, kinsman.
Directions, milady. He was waiting for you here.
He looks around the hazy...
The House of Shadows stirs. A little ways east he went, in search of safety.
Indeed I am. We will...
Prince of Princes.
He bows deeply before the red...
Yep.
Hail, darling.
She draws close.
Oh, yes. Are you worthy of my gift? Indeed. This is acceptable. Are you ready for me to grant you your great... Oh, make no... You have a need. Until later.
这女的好像是那个竞技场的，不要跟她讲
House
话。
of Shadows stirs. An ominous phrase. It's as if I can feel the onset of night. Perhaps. But you must realize that until a short while ago, the very existence of the House of Shadows was a mystery to us. If this thing of darkness steps into the light, it must be desperate. And desperate means dangerous. Who said anything about fear? I hardly know the meaning of the word, but I suppose you do have a point. If they are dangerous, onward then. Let them...
Listen. Oh.
Watch 'em fight. Watch 'em. Kips at war.
都好，现在这里。
What do you want? Boss is busy. Good. Boss, listen up. I brought you up from girl to woman, Marla.
He lifts his right arm.
This ain't the thanks. Who sent you?
The formidable dwarf slams...
Enough! Do you know they killed Anhar? Do ya? Bart, Cade.
His sneer travelled...
And you better have a damn good read. Brave lass. Well, I hope for your sake you've got good news for me. You came into my house, bub. Not yet.
He winces loudly and holds...
No more must fit, no less. So, how'd you make it out of Fort Joy? I've got to say I'm impressed. Here's one I heard lately. A group of... You one of her little seekers? Chasing down Godwoken and begging them to save us all. All just been telling us all kinds of this and that. So no, I'm not convinced. We're swirling a drain. If someone does so, what do you want? Ah, I could help you. But last I heard you was working for the Med. What a load. See if it's got enough. I reckon I could help you out. Depending on what you can do for me.
He gestures towards the...
Had a bit of family trouble lately. That ain't like Marla. And wouldn't you know it, that blade she used, guy's name is Mordus. I sent a few guys to go check on him. I'd like a word with the guy. Glad you see it that way. No one's seen him in a good few. Tell them I sent you, and they'll let you know what they've found. Truth is, one more thing. If there's something you want to find out from him, here, good luck.
用不到。好，再把自己送上去吧。因为我记得这边其实有一个。
Yes, of
it together, Bree.
I'm all right, as long as I don't think about it too much.
You're safe among friends. Never forget.
No wreck.
Yeah? You're good with the
Pretty
magic?
good, ain't he?
Damn right. I got a right to live, don't I? Throw
诶，他上来了。
Wait, my friend, you have interrupted.
The bard clears his throat.
Well, wait. You might. Normally, I'd argue.
He stares at you for a few.
My first question: are you hungry? Actually, that's not quite what I mean. But you eat flesh. When you look at me, what do you see?
He smiles a crooked smile.
An elf craves those memories like an addict craves Drudene. A pity that you turn to the dead for emotional sustenance. I suspect you collect memories not for knowledge, but from fear. Your homeland fell to the ravages of war and death fog. You worry of more loss, more loneliness.
The bard hems and haws. Then,
To all lovers of verse, I bring an elf connects the wisdom of the ages. And learn
voice.
both left behind.
a prim woman in a starched apron.
Blessings upon our Lucian, 7 times divine.
Her eyes soften and crinkle.
I see your mother raised you very well indeed. Rare for an elf, but all the more impressive. You and my nails might have guessed that's my boy. Did you know him? Finest physician in all of Reaper's Coast. Top of his class. A fine physician indeed. That's my boy. Oh, but it's so good to meet a friend of Niles. No one in our little town can appreciate work so fine as his, you know. All his instruments and books are stored away upstairs, all but forgotten. It's such a terrible waste. Well, if he ever comes back home for a... Anyhow, what can I get you? And where did you hear that? If I were you, I wouldn't pay any heed to the... We've only got amber ale, I'm afraid. Can't... Coming right up, darling?
我居然是那个被我宰掉的家伙的妈。
An elf sways on her chair. She slides one of the drinks toward. Her eyes go wide with...
The fog came over them all. Everyone I know. Excuse me. What would I do without you?
You've got enough in front of you, elf.
这个叫我来找谁啊？
She doesn't lift her gaze from her drink. The cook acknowledges you with a graceful...
There's nothing here for you, sister. You should go back. There are other elves, ones who aren't working and have time to talk.
The briefest hint of disdain.
Some wouldn't see any luck here. Some would be a shit. Some would. But I must work. Sharp knives, boiling liquids. Here, my special stew just for my elf. Now I really must get back.
他到底叫我来这边干嘛？我要问这个。
Hey, back away.
这个都绕过了。
Damn right. I got a right to live, don't I? Throw him in a hole for all I care. It's the great.
嗯。
I'm approaching this the wrong way.
Oh, this must be the place Lohar mentioned. It looks unassuming enough.
Oh, 要进来这边了。好啊，睡着了。
The dwarf is unnaturally still. You might... She calmly opens her left eye.
What do you want?
The dwarf unfolds her arms.
All right, elf. Right, glad Lohar. Those brutes are taking their sweet time down there. Who knows? Anything that keep that weird priest been hanging around Lohar. Those half-wits below will get to it then. Ain't no rest for any dwarf in Driftwood.
Maybe if we had a crowbar. What's this? I found something.
We'd have more luck asking Duna to open it for us than for us to open by our own hands.
There we go. The door's opening. Duna's dagger elf. You here to free us or kill us?
The male dwarf expels 2 lungfuls of...
We've only been fretting here for a few hours.
Ain't found nothing that lets on what Mortis is up to.
Lohar ain't gonna be played.
Ain't no telling where that priest has gone to. Well, at first, he was just buddying around with... Then some stranger tried taking all...
She taps a finger.
A woman knows. Best we head off then.
好，我觉得这边要解谜，而且是很烦的解谜。我不喜欢这里的解谜。我都不。
I found something.
A skull. It's missing an eye. As far as locks go, this one's pretty macabre.
Oh, 超棒的。好。
Well, this won't do. If I can get stuck, then I can get unstuck.
Oh. Oh.
Lohar will want to know of this.
The shrine depicts Duna, yet has clearly seen better days. You run your hands along the exterior until you think there's no mistaking the sound of stone. This shrine to Duna may have been quite beautiful before the stone is cold against you. There's no mistaking the sound of...
A skull. Oh, it's missing an eye.
As far as locks go, this one's pretty macabre.
你忘记那个的那个点在哪？
This shrine to Duna may...
好，那可能是后面的任务吧，我也不知道。让我这边找找看。哦，行。我可以把门关上，把他出去。为什么？哦，一反。
Useless. Bloody useless. Might as well have rotted in the death fog. What's even the point?
Is caging anyone up that looks at her funny?
Damn right. I got a right to live, don't I? Throw him in a hole for all I care. It's the great.
一张都爬。我记得我之前还有特别去，那时候那边卡住了，所以我找不到那个开关，然后我以为跟那个眼睛有关，所以找了半天。好像时候有找到攻略是讲说那一颗眼睛要怎么搞来着，我有点忘记了。好，有找到，这边有传送点，然后这边是那个他们这边的竞技场。好，我们要打竞技场，继续走吧。这边的竞技场不好打。哇！
Better get out there before Maldus makes it all. I asked you for a man, not a nut.
He takes the letter from your hand.
Bloody God, this is bad. Not just for me and mine. Not just for you and yours. Hell if I know, but it don't sound good. Seems as though Maldus wasn't, of course. That's why listen up, I need your help. We all do. Maldus says, look, me and mine, we move. Classic. Trouble is, we came across something no one ought to have. Not the Magisters. I ordered it to be destroyed. That can't happen. Easy enough to say, innit? But between the Voidwoken and the Order, we've got ourselves one hell of an orgy. My people had an operation up in the caves outside town. Haven't heard from them in a couple of days now. I thought maybe we'd lost the messengers to... I bet my lucky left foot Maldus is in the cave. Pray to whoever you pray to that it ain't too late. Finally, someone with a... Give me your map. I'll show you where we were operating. I don't want to know what...
好。那今天就先到这边吧。剩下的我们下次再来看。今天就先到这边。那我可能要去查一下那个眼睛的东西要怎么弄。对，那就先这样子咯。下次再见，拜拜。